Hey there, Mr. Wilford here, and in Chapter 1, Section 1, we are talking about function families. So to get started here, what we are going to be doing is taking a look at some different, what we call families of functions, and basically what we're looking at are different types of functions and their unique properties with the function itself and the graph that they produce. And when we talk about families of functions, each one of those will have what is called a parent function, which is typically your most basic type of function and equation, which will give us a really basic graph of that. We have talked about many of these before. Hopefully, you remember some of these, but as an example, they can be linear, quadratic, cubic, square root, exponential, log, and so on. I do have a Desmos activity that you can click on right here that will kind of help you with some of those. Here is the assignment, but before you do the assignment, before you click on that, what I would like you to do is make sure that you go down here and read through the section. And do any other research or whatever you need to take a look at the different families of functions and how they work. But just to give you an idea here, we have something called a linear function and the graph that goes with that. This is, again, f of x equals x or y equals x. It's the most basic kind of linear function. We have a quadratic function. F of x equals x squared gives us this little parabola here at the origin. We have a cubic function, f of x equals x to the power 3. That gives us kind of this sideways S curve. We have a square root function, a reciprocal function, a power function, and really that kind of involves different polynomials. It is where we take the x variable to a power. We have exponential functions, and so this is where we're taking a number. It doesn't have to be e. It could be, for example, 2 to the power of x. We have exponential growth and decay. A log function, typically we'll use ln, which is the natural log. Natural log function looks like this right here. We will also, down the road, be talking a little bit more about some trig functions. And this is an example of a parent function of a sine wave. Y equals sine x gives us this kind of sine wave curve here. We'll talk more about that down the road. And then we have an absolute value function. Absolute value function, the parent function is y equals absolute value of x, and it gives us this nice little V shape. Logistic function here, we'll talk a little bit about that down the road as well. And then you'll see some different examples. And so I'd encourage you to go through these examples and kind of read through them the best you can. And they give you some different ideas there. And feel free to use Desmos or a graphing calculator as you go through these. That will help. There are some review problems. Now, if you care to do these review problems, you certainly can. They ask you to sketch the graph of the function from memory. So, of course, you can try to do that, or you can use a graphing calculator or Desmos. Some different questions there. Now, these review questions are nice because they give you the answers. So if you click on this PDF file here, this link, that will open up the answers to those review questions. Okay, so once you are done kind of working through the section here, what I would have you do then is go back up here to the top and make sure you click on this link right here. And remember that you need to get 10 correct in order for you to turn that assignment in. So hopefully that helps you get started. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to email me anytime. Thank you and have a great day.